Should you play Shinobi Strikers in 2023? The short answer is, it depends. I personally am enjoying the game much more than I thought I would, and I only started playing about a couple weeks ago. There are some issues I have with the game, but I'll do a rundown for you and try to give you the viewpoint of someone who just got into it, which in this case would be me, because you may share the same view as I do if you're only now getting into it. So strap on your headbands and let's break it down. First, visuals. If you're looking for a game that looks as good as Naruto Storm, let's say, and anything less is going to turn you away, this game is definitely not for you. While the graphics aren't terrible, they are 100% a step down from Naruto Storm. It can be kind of jarring as well when they do close-up shots of certain characters during cutscenes, and you can just tell it kind of looks meh. But if graphics aren't gonna make or break a game for you, like me, then so far so good, you'll probably enjoy it. Now regarding character customization, I have to say again, it's not bad, but I don't think it's as in-depth as, let's say, Xenoverse 2. That being said, you have a ton of outfits verbatim from the anime you can wear, which is great if you want to do that. But in terms of brand new unique clothing, from what I've seen so far, there's not much to go on, which is a shame because while it's great to put your created character in, let's say, Naruto's clothes, my mind's like, then why don't I just play Naruto and let me customize my jutsu on that character then? When I do character customization, I want to be unique, not just cosplay the characters from the anime, and Shinobi Strikers doesn't have too much. Most people I've seen on the hub world just wear the same unique clothing options as well, since there's not a lot to pick from. I think it would help if some of the better clothing options didn't force you to wear both the pants and the top together, and just let the player pick a separate top and a separate pair of pants. But again, it's how you want to customize your character's clothes. There's also weapons you can add to your customization, and each class has a unique weapon type. They have pretty much all the weapons that you would want to use from the anime here: Zabuza's sword, Samehada, Sasuke's sword, Asuma's knuckle knife thing, your bare hands, they got it all. They also have different hairstyles as well, and faces that you can pick from, and change on the fly, which is great because if you're regretting your face, you can change it whenever you want, no problem. And like I mentioned earlier with the different classes, there's exactly 4 gameplay classes to choose from. It's good to learn all 4 in my opinion, but you can also stick with 1 or 2 that you enjoy playing. There's attacker, ranged, defense, and healer. And by their names, you can tell what each of the classes are good at. Attacking is good for attacking.
Well, duh.
Ranged is good for ranged moves. Defense specializes in protecting yourself and teammates. And healer, well, heals.
Of course!
Pretty straightforward, right? With each class, you can learn specific jutsu that can only be used by that class type. So I'm guessing if you're interested in this game, you have a few jutsu you're a fan of already. So it encourages you to try the different classes and have a build for each one with your favorite jutsus from the anime. So if you're looking for a Naruto game with good customization, I'd say Shinobi Strikers fits the bill just fine. It has a few hiccups that I think they can improve on, but overall it's really solid with its character customization. Now for story. If you're looking for an in-depth Naruto/Boruto story that lets you relive classic battles and lets you adventure around the Narutoverse, then you need to play a different game. This game's so-called story mode isn't much of one. It's just a few PvE missions with some lackluster cutscenes and bosses. It's extremely forgettable, but what I'll never forget, and it had me laughing my ass off when I was doing it, were when you finish the missions, Konohamaru tells you how much you've grown, and it starts showing you flashbacks of the missions you literally did that probably took up a whole 2 hours of your life to finish. Like it was some big momentous occasion that's taken years to overcome. It's just 2 hours of shitty repeat bosses. Calm down, Konohamaru, I don't need a flashback for this. So again, if you're looking for a tight-knit story that makes you want to relive classic battles, this is not the game for you, and you should play a different Naruto game. This has absolutely no focus on story. The main reason you'd want to pick up this game is the PvP, and we'll get to that in just a second. So after reminiscing of all those crappy missions Konohamaru's letting you see, you unlock more crappy PvE missions, but to be blunt, the PvE in this game is just trash. You can sum up most of the missions with defend the gate, beat the big boss, and kill snakes. Lots and lots of snakes. I swear by the end of PvE, you will have a 100% certified snake handler's license, but it's completely useless because you probably can't even get a free cup of Ichiraku ramen with that. Actually, on that note, speaking of Ichiraku ramen, this is a nitpick, but where the fuck is the ramen guy? Like, unless I'm blind and I never saw him, How do you have a Naruto hub world without him? Like, I won't blame you for not picking up this game now because there is no ramen guy. What the hell? So in short, if you're looking for a good PvE experience to play with your friends or even on your own, this is not it for you. The PvE in this game, like I mentioned, it's just lackluster, it's crap, you'll want to skip over it, you'll get bored playing it. I could only stomach most of the PvE in this game because I was playing with my friends. So again, if you're looking for a good PvE experience, not the game. So PvP. This is probably what got you interested in this game in the first place. PvP is made up of 2 4-player squads going at it in different modes. You can have your typical deathmatch where your team has a certain number of lives and whoever runs out first loses. There's capture the flag, capture the point, which is essentially there are 3 spots on the map and you want to control a minimum of at least 2 of them in order for your bar to raise and win. Barrier battles, where it's essentially if you're on the attacking team, you have to raise 2 stakes and then defeat the summon, whereas if you're playing barrier battle and you're on the defensive side, you don't want to get the attacking team to raise the 2 stakes and you want to protect the summon. And then you have survival exercise, which is a free-for-all battle mode where 6 players aim to reach 600 points within 5 minutes, but I rarely ever play that one because I'm constantly playing with friends and you can't play that unless you're on your own. And you can queue up for any of these modes in the quick match section. I haven't seen an option to pick which mode specifically you want to play, so if you want to play any of the modes, just click on quick match and then it'll select one of these at random for you to play against another team with. Then there's also the Ninja World League, where it'll set to 2 game modes only, and then basically what you want to do in that, it's not your conventional ranked mode where basically every time you win you get higher in rank. Basically what happens is every time you win, you accumulate more points, you go up on the leaderboard, and then when the Ninja World League event is over, you can claim prizes from Sakura's Inn. You can get stuff like scrolls, accessories, costumes, face paint, hairstyles, that kind of stuff. So it's not ranked per se in the classic sense, but it's the closest thing to a rank system I've seen in this game. Before you jump into the PvP mode though, first things first, for new players, if this is the draw, please play PvE first. I know I just went on a rant about how crappy it is, but at least you'll learn some of the jutsu you like and you'll get the controls down. If you jump in right away, you'll get slaughtered, and that will probably impact how much fun you're having on this game. Take the time to learn how to play first, and trust me, you will appreciate it, and your teammates will also appreciate it. Then after you learn the basics, then you can jump in and get your ass kicked. I'm just messing with you, but obviously if you're getting into this game now, there are many veteran players who have been playing this since day one, but surprisingly, when I played with my friends, and all of us were new to the game, we lost a few matches, but we also won a few matches as well, so it seems pretty balanced to me. So don't be too intimidated. There's not only veterans left on the game, there's also many other new players as well. And the more you play, you'll get the hang of the competitive modes and aspects a lot better. The learning curve is there, but it isn't so steep that you can't climb it. And if you're playing with friends, it's an even better experience. Factor that into your decision as well though. If you want to play this game, it's very team oriented. You can't just lone wolf everything and expect to see success. If team games aren't your thing, this is not the game for you. But if you enjoy team games with or without a group of friends, you'll definitely enjoy this game. Also, there's DLC for this game and lots of it. And with many games, people always ask, is it pay to win? That's hard to answer on my part. I've only been playing for a few weeks, but like I mentioned earlier, I do win and lose pretty evenly. Granted, I did buy 2 DLC packs because they were on sale, but I have a mix of DLC and non-DLC jutsu, and it seems fine to me. There are some other jutsus that seem ridiculously good. I haven't delved too much into the jutsu counterplay, but until I do, I can't say the DLCs are pay to win. It could also just be a skill issue since I'm new to the game and not knowing the weaknesses of those jutsu. If you want the DLC packs because it contains jutsus that you think are cool, or ones that you like, or ones that are your favorites from the anime, I say pick it up. More options isn't a bad thing, but I would recommend that you get them while they're on sale. I wouldn't buy full price for these jutsus. That being said, however, buying jutsu out the gate and expecting to dummy everyone is unrealistic. In that sense, I don't think it's pay to win. You don't just buy the jutsu pack, push a button and win. You need to know know how and when to use those jutsu. There are also some jutsus that are just specifically good for different modes. So if you're scared of a pay-to-win system, I would say it's pretty balanced, if you get the hang of the gameplay anyway. And you don't just have to buy the jutsus from DLC options, you can also learn a ton of jutsus from teachers you can equip in the game. You get these teachers to be your mentors, and after every mission or PvP battle, you'll get experience towards the teacher that you have currently equipped, and after every level they go up, you'll be rewarded with more jutsu, or clothes, hairstyles, etc. So learning from all of the available teachers in the game comes in pretty handy. I'm gonna give everybody a word of warning here though. I made this mistake when I started up the game. In the section with all of the DLC mentors, they're also paired up with the non-DLC mentors. And you can equip and level them up, but you cannot go past the first level with the DLC characters. And you can't get any rewards for them until you buy them. I thought it was weird that you can even equip and level them even though you won't get anything. I did this with Zabuza, and when I figured out he was DLC and I had to purchase him to keep going and get the rewards, that was really annoying. They should have just had silhouettes of the DLC characters there, and you're not able to equip them until you purchase them. Then I think the last little piece of relevant information you would want to know is this game kind of has a gacha mechanic with the scrolls. Scrolls can be earned from missions or login rewards, or you can also purchase them with real money. At least from what I've seen, most of it is just cosmetic stuff though. So in closing, if you disliked anything we went over, like PvE being garbage and a lack of a story, then don't buy this. If you enjoy team PvP games though, and you just want to mess around in the Naruto-verse with a created character and some custom jutsus, then I think you should play it and you'll enjoy it. That being said though, I would recommend buying this game when it's on sale, not at full price. This game is not worth a full retail price tag at all. I see most game stores have this for around $25 to $30 in Canadian. Yes, I am Canadian. If we had a Hidden Leaf Village, we'd probably have on our headbands a maple leaf, but Konoha already has a leaf, so maybe a beaver or a jug of maple syrup. Bad joke. Anyway, yeah, don't buy this game at full price. I actually picked this game up digitally from the PSN store for about $8, so I would say just wait for a sale and then buy it then. I see this game constantly go on sale a lot, so you're not going to be waiting too long. And that's that. So if you decide to pick up the game, maybe we'll bump into each other online and then I'll roll you. Or more likely, I'm going to get rolled by you. But anyway, that's the vid. Hope you enjoyed it and found it informative. Nath out. If you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching the whole thing. I hope you guys are having an awesome day, and let me know if you want to see more Naruto content in future videos. With that said, time for me to start working on more videos, so thanks again. Nath out.